Hello everyone and welcome to another Historic video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a Gruul Aggro deck in Historic. So it's been a really long time since Gruul Aggro has been a thing, but there is actually a good reason why I think Gruul Aggro kinda could be a thing at the moment. Just because not only did we get a cool new toy, Bloodbraid Elf, in Historic, but the metagame right now has kind of shaped in a way that everybody is playing the One Ring. So that means things like Questing Beast and Bonecrusher Giant actually gets better. Now, Bonecrusher Giant hasn't been part of the meta for a decent chunk of the last few months, but thanks to Orcish Bowmaster Edition, plus the Crucius nerf, and Kikijiki as well. And there's also things like Yawgmoth decks that are playing a lot of low toughness creatures, so Bonecrusher Giant is actually really good at the moment. Although I couldn't actually fit 4 copies of it in the deck, but just because it is a Gruul aggro deck, so I felt like I wanted to play with the Embercleave as well, so maybe that's wrong. Maybe you are supposed to take out the Embercleave and just have 4 copies of Bonecrusher Giant, but that is going to be entirely up to you. I'm just going to be rolling with this list. So with that said, I'm going to be jumping over to some Historic best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright, first game. First game with the deck. I'm gonna curve this out first so we can go Delighted Halfling into Ranger Firebrand. So I'm playing against a Yawgmoth deck. Land there was actually really nice. Okay, literally nothing. Wow. That's pretty sad. Questing Beast. Questing Beast. Okay, not a Questing Beast, but that's also pretty good. Guess we'll just like throw it here. All right, another nothing. Okay, that's always fun. Hello, deck? Hello? That's way too many lands for a 22 land deck. Excuse me. Excuse me? Another land? Okay. What does this become? When this attacks, you may discard your hand and draw 2 cards. When you do, put X +1/+1 counter on another creature you control, where X is the number of cards you've discarded this turn. Oh, they have something. Let's put it on Delighted Halfling. Ooh, okay. Bloodbraid Elf. I'm actually surprised they didn't double block the Jar Soul, so they must have... They might have the combo next turn, but they are at 2, so it's gonna be hard, right? It has to be like a perfect hand. They did draw a bunch of cards, so we'll see. Gilded Goose. That's fine. Was there actually a way to not tap... Way to play the Ramana Ruin? Then I wouldn't have been able to deal enough damage. They're at 1. I think they're dead. Yeah, they're dead. Okay, so Yagamoth. Stone Brain. Pitting Needle. Haywire Might. Molten Impacts instead of Static Discharge. Those are the cards that I want to bring in. Maybe, like, no Delighted Halfling? Maybe cut Emissary as well. Let's try this. That's a mulligan. That's a keep. A one-lander would have been kind of sweet, right? Okay, 1 ring. Okay. Decline. So we just gotta get rid of all the life gain they have. That's the one thing that we have to kill. So this is Orcish Bowmaster, by the way. I really want to just play the Bloodbraid Elf, but... let's just do it. We might get a Molten Impact out of this. Court of Calling? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I didn't know the ring was already at 2. Thought it was at 1. It's my bad. We never got any, like, our sideboard cards this game. Kinda feels bad, right? Never got any of our sideboard cards. Okay. We're going first, so we want to be as fast as possible. We want to be as fast as possible. I think we'll let's just try this. I think One Ring helps us more because they take more damage. So we just use Pithing Needle to stop whatever they're doing with the Yawgmoth. I think that's probably gonna be for the best. This Jar Soul's not gonna be able to do anything for a while. Or not. Yawgmoth the Thrain Physician. The One Ring, okay. So they've had that One Ring every single time, right? That's kind of crazy. They haven't missed the mark. But hopefully, because of Pithing Needle, ooh, Clothis, that's a good one. So we decline. This is... I think we can attack with this because of Bonecrusher Giant. That's kind of weird. I think I'm actually going to save the Bloodbraid Elf. Okay. That was pretty bad. They had everything. Opponent had everything. Okay, I did not expect them to actually use that Fatal Push there. Bonecrusher Giant or Questing Beast? Let's go with Questing Beast. Keep pushing damage. Opponent's at 4. Draw, 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 draw. Prosperous Innkeeper. County Garden. Delighted Halfling. Okay. What is that? Sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent. Okay, that's a card. You kill the questing beast instead of Colossus? I mean, the Pithing Needle? All right, that was fun. Oh, much better. Much better. Question is, do we keep the Bloodbraid Elf? It's either the pup or the elf. Pup is bad if we don't draw 2 mana card. Oh, surely we'll draw one, right? Surely? Surely? No. Not like this. They don't push me. Okay, rip. Opponent even knew I was gonna draw another land. That's kind of impressive. So apparently we were supposed to bottom a land with a 3-drop and a 4-drop. Apparently that was actually the case. Yep, apparently so. Man, the Bloodbraid Elf into Colossus is actually like the nuts. It's kind of crazy how good it is. No! What are the chances? That has to be like one of the lowest chance. That has to be like lower than 2% chance. There's no way. Okay, opponent is hacking. Opponent is actually hacking at the moment.
My purpose is greater.
Not only did we not draw 2 mana card. Oh my god. We flooded into a Bloodbraid Elf into double Colossus. Oh my god. There's just no way. I'm so sad right now. I'm so sad. Game losing Bloodbraid Elf there. Give me a questing beast, and I'll be happy. Give me a questing beast, and I'll be happy. I deserve a questing beast, right? Or just another land. That also works too. That also works. Those were so freaking bad. Nothing's working out. No questing beast. No Bonecrusher giants. Double Colossus. Flood. Okay. Oh my god. It's actually a nightmare. Actually a nightmare.
Go on. Prove you're worth my time.
Maybe I'll top deck a questing beast still. So they can exile Colossus.
I have no
And make
use for you.
2/1/1s. Yori on deck, by the way. Just the casual One Ring, Urza, and Karn, and that other
Each
card.
device has a role in
Right?
plan.
Like, ain't no way, right? Ain't no way. This can't gain life, right? What a disaster. What else can I get? A questing beast at this point? Static discharge? Questing beast, static discharge, both work. Ambergris also works as well. Oh, I didn't know this can gain life. Oh, it has 5 different things going on here. I mean, I didn't know that. Never get to see this card ever, so.
Everything falls into place.
Okay, we still have a chance. Let's just get a static discharge off the top, please. I deserve that. I deserve it. Come on, let's see it. Static discharge off the top. Static discharge off the top, please. I'll take a static discharge off the top. Oh my god! Okay. What a disaster. Okay. I can't. I can't at the moment. Why is this game so hard for no reason? I don't understand. Like, we can get Bloodbraid Elf, Questing Beast, that's 3 cards, Bonecrusher Giant, that's 4 cards, Static Discharge, that's 8 cards. Even Ranger's Firebrand, I'll take it, like... Come on.
This is the
Come on, man.
legacy of the Thran.
There's so many cars here. I'll take literally everything. I'll take literally anything.
Perfectly obedient, as all soldiers.
Wait,
should
so is
be.
opponent just dead to the One Ring? Because they did that? Surely that's not it, right? Like there's something else going on here that I'm not seeing? Come on, static discharge. Static discharge. Questing Beast actually works too. Questing Beast actually works as well. Questing Beast or static discharge. Alright, my opponent is I don't know what happened to them. They're dead to their own One Ring. Currently there's actually nothing else with my Jarsol at the moment, but it is definitely not a land, so whatever. Okay, they just died to their One Ring and they just couldn't accept the fact that they died to the One Ring. Number 14. Okay. Forest. Nykthos into a Kiora. That's not good. I'm actually very surprised they're at number 14 with that deck. This Jarsol's not doing anything at the moment, so hopefully we draw a 1-mana spell. Yeah, how does this deck beat a Orcish Bowmaster? Don't they just die?
Nature flows with vigor.
With 6 mana. Yeah, don't they just die? Wait, what happened there? How did they draw 2 cards there? Okay, well, not much I can do here. We'll just chill. Oh, they're just playing Stompy.
Let's get moving.
Okay, well, this is like... we already lost. I think the best thing we can do is hopefully they like kind of stumble upon lands and we Molten Impact and get rid of their cards. And hopefully that's enough to actually win the game. Gonna take out the lighter halflings. Yeah, I'm actually surprised they can play that deck with Orcish Bowmasters. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Need another spell. That is a way to actually do it. That is a way. I could pop again. Hold up Bonecrusher Giant. I think I'll do that actually. Well, it has 4 mana.
I hope you don't mind if I take my octopus for a walk. You're time to clam up.
Perfect. Okay,
Rise again.
another ambergris isn't the best, but we can... What does this become? When this attacks, you may discard your hand, draw 2 cards. If you do, deal X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of cards you've discarded this turn. Okay, so is Specialize considered a discard? Yes, it is. So Specialize... I could just Bloodbraid Alpha again. Block 3, 6, 7, 8. They're dead. Okay, so Molten Impact worked out. Definitely worked out there. So let's do that again. Hopefully. Gotta mulligan that. This looks way better. We're on the draw. Nice. Man, Burning Tree into Molten Impact is so sick. Like, it's actually so sick. Another Kiora.
My pets are hungry, and you look like lunch.
So 3, 5, 6 attack everything, and then we Molten Impact.
Now I'm salty. Back to the depths.
Opponent has 5 mana available. Colossus is a card. We can deal 5 damage with the Ranger's Firebrand. A land is actually really good. Land is actually really good there. So what can I kill? So Kiora gives them a land. I think I'm actually supposed to take Kiora. I could Bloodbraid Elf as well, but I think attacking first is correct. Because I do need to kill the Cavalier of Thorn here. They grab Karn. So if they play Karn, they're gonna die. I'm actually surprised they put that on top. Because that doesn't fix it. They still have 3 mana. This is 4 mana.
True goodness can never be corrupted.
I guess they can stall with another 1 ring. Okay, that's pretty good. But I'm about to draw... Okay, I didn't draw it. But again, this is still not good for them. Bonecrusher Giant! Yes!
My retribution will be swift.
Good game, opponent.
I have let my friends die.
And that is why Bonecrusher Giant is in the deck. Oh, that felt so good. Bloodbraid Elf into Bonecrusher Giant. Oh, God. Alright, so we played 4 games. We went 4-0. Very surprising, to be fair. Like, I didn't expect to go from like 500 to 300 like that. So let's talk about the deck. So we actually beat a Yagmoth deck and a Mono Green. Like, that is pretty impressive. And honestly, that's all thanks to Molten Impact sideboard. We can just bring the Molten Impact in for those kind of matchups. But wow, like I'm very impressed. The Bloodbraid Elf, honestly, oh my god, this card is freaking amazing. This card is freaking amazing. Don't let anybody tell you that this is a boomer card. This is still pretty darn good. So that last game, right? We finished the game with the Bloodbraid Elf cascading into Bonecrusher Giant when the opponent had the 1 ring. So it removed the protection. Bonecrusher Giant's Stomp says that damage can't be prevented this turn. So that is pretty freaking amazing. I mean, we had some downs. I mean, we did also, like, there was one game where we Bloodbraid Elf into a Colossus when we already had a Colossus on the battlefield. That has to be like less than 2% chance of that happening. So probably the only downside with the deck, we do play like a lot of legendaries, right? But we are also taking advantage of the fact that these cards are indeed legendary, so we can abuse the Lighted Halfling versus counter spells. So that's why this card is in the deck. So you can kind of treat this card as a Llanowar Elf, but that doesn't get Orcish Bowmastered in this deck. Same with Tenacious Pup, it doesn't get Orcish Bowmastered. Very aggressive card, giving it +1/+1 counter, trample, vigilance on top of that. Like, those are all good keywords. I don't know. I want to go up on Bonecrusher Giant, but I don't know how. I don't know how. Like, ideally, right? 4 copies of Bonecrusher Giant, 2 copies of Questing Beast. That would be the ideal number, but because we are playing Bloodbraid Elf, we really need our 3 drops to be excellent. So kind of treat this card as a collected company, but you know what you're getting. So you have this card, cascading into these cards. Colossus has been freaking amazing, honestly. Like, it has been dealing so much damage. And because we're also playing Burning Tree Emissary, right? If we curve Burning Tree Emissary into a Bloodbraid Elf, then you get a Colossus, this is already a creature. This is already a creature. So Colossus also has been pretty amazing. Ambergris has also been pretty darn amazing as well. I mean, you've seen some of the games that I played. Like, we went Tenacious Pup into Burning Tree Ambergris, or sometimes like Tenacious Pup into a 4/3 Vigilance creature with haste and blah blah blah. Whenever it attacks, you get to draw 2 cards. So funny thing is, it is a May clause, so you're not forced to draw a card. So if you expect the Orcish Bowmaster, you don't have to do it. And the red Specialized deals damage based on how many cards you've discarded. I've learned that through playing some games here. Specialized is indeed discarding a card. So if you discard a card, attack, you discard 2 more cards, then it deals 3 damage. The green card, on the other hand, it puts +1/+1 counters to something else. And we do play a Tenacious Pup. So if you have a creature that has a trample on top of it, you can make that creature into a fat creature, right? So Ambergris has been pretty amazing in this deck. And Ranger's Firebrand. So I made the conscious decision to play this over Play with Fire because we play Jarsoul. Compared to Play with Fire, Ranger's Firebrand is, I think, objectively better with Jarsoul because you can get to the second stage of the ring quite easily, right? You fire off Ranger's Firebrand, Later on, you play the Jar Soul, then all of a sudden, you are already at stage 2 ring. So I think that's pretty cool. And I don't think I've actually drawn a single Static Discharge this session. That is pretty crazy. Yeah, Jar Soul, Static Discharge, also pretty good. You could technically make this into a Naya as well, huh? Add a white color for Wild Nikotl. That could be also an option. I think that's so sick that you can play this, get a Bonecrusher Giant, and you can play the either side, right? Same with Jar Soul. If the Jar Soul's intensity is at 2, that means you can actually cast the Bonecrusher Giant Stomp for free. But you can't cast the other side, just the Stomp. That would put the Bonecrusher Giant in the exile pile to be cast as a creature the following turn. So I think that's a pretty cool interaction that I actually haven't seen, I guess, because Bonecrusher Giant really hasn't been too relevant. But because right now, Bonecrusher Giant, it deals with 1 ring, it kills Orcish Bowmaster, it kills Crucius. That's why I think Bonecrusher Giant is really good in this meta. So maybe the Ember Cleave is kind of like a crutch. Do we really need this card? Like, we could go down, technically go down on Ember Cleave and go to 4 copies of Bonecrusher Giant as well. Maybe that is correct. But we have like Clothis, like we have so many big creatures. I feel like Ember Cleave is gonna be pretty sick. Oh man, there's so many sick cards in this thing. I don't know what to do. I just love Gruul. Like back in like 2 years ago, like I would jam Gruul Aggro when Historic first came out, like all day. It is such a sick deck. As for the sideboard, so this is just a sideboard that I kind of put together on the spot. Molten Impact makes sense, right? If you don't need Static Discharge, you can just bring this in. Also like Brotherhood's End versus an Artifact deck, although like Artifact decks kind of disappeared, right? Because of the Orcish Bowmasters killing Esper Sentinels and stuff. And a copy of Chandra versus like a control deck, I guess. And 2 copies of Haywire Might versus the 1 ring. I wouldn't actually bring the Might if you're going first, because if you put on enough aggression, opponent will die anyways to the 1 ring. So I would only bring Haywire Might if you're going second. And then we have 2 copies of Pitting Needle versus Yagamoth, because Yagamoth is going to be like a pretty tough matchup, right? And 2 copies of Rolling Vortex if you think that it is needed. Opponents gaining too much life. Maybe it is actually pretty good versus a Yagamoth deck as well. And 2 copies of Stone Brain versus a Yagamoth deck and Kethis decks. But yeah, that is going to be it for the video. I wasn't actually going to do a video today, but just kind of felt like playing a Gruul aggro deck and kind of worked out. But as always, if you guys enjoyed the video so far, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.